The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically, what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Derrick Henry. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Rosen eluding the pressure right. And he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Pick it up, guys. Pick it up. Hug. X3. 218.
A 1st down carry for Henry. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. It's rare that a man his size can at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about Tiny? You're talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space.
And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Derrick Henry with touchdown number 8 on the year as his guys are on the board here this 1st quarter. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Clemson Tiger, Vic Beasley, reaches home that time.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. They run with Hines. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. If they can't come up with something here, they're looking at a quick 3 and out.
Well, guess what? You get the ball in the hands of your best player to his favorite play and try and salvage something out of this drive. Now, of course, if you're on the defensive side of the ball, you're thinking the exact same thing. So they better provide him some help on this one.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, you've got a receiver here who's got 1 touchdown already in this 1st quarter, and they were trying to double his pleasure there, wanting to continue to go to the guys already gotten into the end zone. But good coverage and make sure that this time it fell incomplete.
And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards.
Rush in, rush in, rush in.
These two teams all tied after 1.
Right here, right here. Check. Alert.
They go play action. It's Rosen. Oh, Rosen is stripped to the football. And the Colts pick it up. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Extra point attempt to follow here. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Here's Rosen. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
Check 15. Check good.
Brissett to throw on first. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bud Dupree just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's a right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down.
Don't get nervous. Hustle. 55, Mark 55. Coming. Check nickel. Safe.
From the gun, here's Brissett. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is
and a big loss here as he's taken down. Ben Banagou able to get in there and run him down for what's going to be a loss of 15 yards all told. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. They'll try the right side with Henry. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Complete. It's Johnson. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or 2 short, and it's 4th down. And it's a fake here on 4th and inches. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. They only get 4, but the fake punt works and gets them a first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd-and-1 situation. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
That's complete to his running back, Connor. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
A run by Connor on first down, and a good one, as he'll get about 7 here. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Now a throw left sideline here is complete. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Now it's Rosen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dante Fowler able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They'll run with Henry. And dropped at the 35, but able to display some strength on the run. Calling a gain of 6 on the play. That'll bring up 3rd and 8.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Escaping the pressure right. Goes underneath for Henry. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. They'll run on first down. Henry. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. On 2nd and 11 now. Rosen. And yes, complete to the tight end McDonald. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So now from half the distance closer, here's 1st and goal. And now it's Rosen looking. And it's caught. Touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point put through by Boswell. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to his locker room.
Check 37.
2nd and 5 now. Brissett. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Sean Davis with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Time remaining for likely one final play. You're on your side of the field, but, heck, maybe you throw one up 50-plus yards, see what happens.
Don't forget that taking the knee is the right play to make, because you just get out of there, you regroup, you start over. But if you're going to take the shot, you do have a chance of either making the play happen or picking up a deep pass interference call. And remember, it's the NFL. You get yardage. It's not just a 15-yard play. You could have something big here. Let's see if they take the shot.
So we are at halftime here on a Monday night as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, and ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Throwing on second down, Brissett. And that'll be incomplete. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
Undercrush, undercrush, undercrush. Switch.
On third down, Brissett. Looking for Campbell downfield. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but...
No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And this is picked up by the defense. He's at the 40. Past the 20. 10. 5. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. So many times tight games decided by one big play. And a lot of times, of course, it's the offense. Here, it's the defense coming up huge.
And you know, head coaches walk around locker rooms, walk around bench areas saying, guys, somebody make a play. It's a cliche, but it applies here.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This fielded at the 2. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them. The coaches from all the way up here, they were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Brissett sets to throw it. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Just work with me a second here, because in my lifetime, seeing how quarterback percentages have changed in throwing the football, I mean, back in the good old days, if you were around 50%, you were doing okay. But now, you need to be 65 to 70% to be considered an elite quarterback. And in this ball game, I feel like we're playing old school, right around 50%.
Yeah, he's under 50%. He needs to start hitting more targets. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
Ready? 50, Mike 50. Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Brissett on 3rd and 2. And he's got his man Hilton. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A pickup of 27, and they pick up the first down in the process. On first down, Hines. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Nyheim Hines with touchdown number 8 on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point right down the middle, and we are tied at 21. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Rosen. Flush to his right. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
On 3rd down, Rosen. And off his back foot, he'll heave this one deep. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. They were looking for Johnson that time. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Now it's Hines. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
26 months. Time to go. Night, night. Slam, slam. Shit, shit. Shit.
From the shotgun, it's Brissett. Looking for Campbell downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ben Banogu showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Well, as an offense, some drives you have it, some drives you don't. And this one looks like a you don't.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I mean, it was 3rd and long. It was screaming for a pass. I think they tried to outguess him there with the running play. They didn't fool him at all.
Went in the wrong direction. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Hines to begin the drive. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play his own defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
Brissett, and for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Minka Fitzpatrick, and they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Vance McDonald, the tight end, was the target, and it's 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Here's Jordan Berry now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Not too shabby here. This will skip out of bounds at about the 12-yard line. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive.
Tight down. There you go.
They begin the drive with Hines. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12. They had 3 tight ends in on that set, and they were really good at blocking for their running back.
And give them a lot of credit because in football nowadays, tight ends coming out of college often don't block very often. These guys have really developed into superior blockers, and that's why they use them in this formation so often.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Here's Brissett. Complete to Hilton. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 16 yards to pick up there. The Colts have a first down. Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy. Flushed out right. And he's going to keep it here. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he slides to avoid the hit. Big yardage yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
How many times have we seen this late in the fourth quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
To throw, Brissett. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. It'll be a gain of 4, and that'll make it second down.
At the 20-yard line. Watch 98. 98 to Mike. It's a party now. Watch the end.
Here's Hines.
Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on first and goal. They'll run here with Mack, and he takes it in for a Colts score. Marlon Mack, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this fourth quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and they will take a 7-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. And his throw here's incomplete. James Washington was the intended target, but now it'll be 3rd down. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. To throw is Rosen. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line.
Step it up. Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Hines. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Nyheim Hines, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20. Call it the 21-yard line.
They'll take over 1st down and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. That 1st down completion only netted them 3. 2nd and 7. Now Rosen looking to throw. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
And I think we'll probably see him go for it here on fourth down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen.
They'll try and throw for it with Rosen. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on fourth down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Here's Rosen to throw, and caught by Henry. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Again, it's Rosen. Oh, Rosen is stripped of the football.
You ain't doing nothing.
So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing on second and long. Rosen. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. From the gun on third down, it's Rosen. He's going to let it fly. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's fourth down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Rosen will throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Well, they had to take one final shot at the end zone, but now things are looking really bleak.
And I agree with that totally. You had to take the shot if they did score. You know, whether you call it a miracle or not, you line up, onside kick, get the ball back, throw one more in the end zone, who knows? Had to take the chance, it just was unsuccessful.
And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 40-yard line.
On the ready, 55. Right there in the middle, 55. Come on.
So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know